gotta deal with that shit a lot? Like, you think like, oh, it wasn't hard or something like that. Was it hard or was it? Do you think it's easier for you coming in or something like that?
I think that because I'm so hip hop oriented, if I had taken a more pop, I'm more pop approach now. Like I do things in a more mainstream way now. If I had done that when I was younger, perhaps it would have been a benefit. But because I chose to be such a hip hop purist and really just focus on technique, most of the people that were around me were not my skin color. So I think if anything, it made it a little bit harder, but not much. I think with most people in the hip hop community, they're really like, shut up and rap and see what happens. They don't give a shit what you look like.
Nah, he does. Like they do. Like they be thinking like, oh, like, cause I'm telling you, that's the thing about it. Like you ever listen to this song he got called "Go"?
Yeah.
So then boom, he's like, but if I was a black rapper, that'd probably be jumping around and saying boom, 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 boom. Then he says like, if Eminem was black,
yeah,
I live in Detroit. If Eminem is black,
oh.
they'd be like, oh. Know what I mean?
But they did that. They did that. Oh! It took him harder. He would like.
He's not. Even to this day.
Not now, but
a lot of people still, even in his prime, they were like, the white guy, nah, he's not the champion of the city. Nah, he's not the best rapper alive. But he has over 1 billion fucking sales. And it's like, yeah, we don't give a fuck, but he's not the king of hip hop. Yeah. Like, but if he was black.
Yeah, sure.
2 billion? What the fuck?
No, for sure.
Like, do you ever feel that animosity that Eminem sees?
I feel like if I say I'm a rapper, there's a big barrier. If I was black, I don't know if that barrier would be there. People assume that my rap will suck because I'm white, maybe. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I haven't really felt. And plus, I'm a guest in this culture. This culture wasn't developed.
That's that shit. Can you be a king and be a guest? That's the thing I'm trying to ask.
I think you can, but I think you just have. It's just like if you come to a kingdom, right, and then the king dies, but transfers his. And he's like, my son's not going to be king, but you are instead. Mm-hmm. You're king.
Motherfuckers don't feel the type of way.
The king's got to tell you that you're king, and the community has to accept you. So I think that's really what it's about.
Oh, yeah. I get you. So yeah, Dr. Dre did stab Eminem, but the community did not accept that nigga.
But they did though. You just don't remember because you're a little bit younger.
You think so?
Yeah. No, they're now he's like not cool or whatever, but like
that's
back in the day, dude, you could not escape that dude. Like at all. I don't care who you were.
I was everywhere.
Like the way Drake is now is how he was. I mean, Drake's bigger because he does dance music and stuff, but
real shit.
But like that's how he was. He was ubiquitous. It's just like, oh yeah, Eminem. He's obviously the best type shit.
Do you think Eminem stood of us? I'm an Eminem fanatic. Like
are we on the interview now? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just audio, but then boom, I can make it Clarity XV Pro. You know that
yeah. So we're talking top 5. I can't give you a greatest of all time. I can give you a top 5. And I just have the question: are we including impact or like cultural relevance in the top 5, or are we just including skill?
All that shit.
All of it. In no particular order: Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Biggie Smalls, Mick Jenkins.
Mick Jenkins look dope.
And
who the fuck is Mick Jenkins?
He's an artist from Chicago. He's the only one that I would say hasn't really made a huge impact, but just off of his skill alone, it's just insane. I'd either go Mick Jenkins or Nas, one of those two, and then my last one would probably be Drake.
I ain't gonna lie, you seem like a rapper, rap, nigga. I miss your performance. I was bullshitting in the motherfucking thing.
There'll be a lot better ones. I came because it was like a small show, something I can easily test out some new material I hadn't done before. It'll get a lot better. But it was alright, it was cool. I had fun.
Nigga, ain't this your enemy?
Yeah, why are you talking? Set that shit up.
Oh, wait. Huh? Whoa, nigga, you didn't even want to be on here. Why you talking at all? Because nigga, I wasn't gonna bullshit the white boy. Wasn't gonna ask the white boy questions. I asked him the white boy question. The first question I asked the white boy. This is the fucked up part. Get the other piece.
I don't know what that means.
You use that one to charge or you can do it.
You want me to switch it out?
Got you. That one's broken. Alright, but got the whiteboard question out the way.
Yeah.
Shoot, got your topic. Who you listen to right now?
Right now, I listen to all genres of music. So I'm listening right now to Pack, Zoo. Have you heard Zoo? Are you into electronic music at all?
A little bit. So I'm new to the fucking space.
Right. So because I'm an engineer, I really dig all types of music because I want to see how they made it. So I'm really into Zoo. He's a EDM producer and singer. Snow Allegra. Do you know who that is? She's a singer, and she's crazy, like kind of doo-wop, hip-hop, psychedelic fusion stuff. It's sick. The Funk Hunters. I like OGZ. For my rapper right now is OGZ. You know how he's crazy.
Yeah. Damn. What do you like? What do you like in an artist? Do you like the melody? This is one I ask artists. I feel like you technical. You like melody or lyrics? Because Future, he'll say some shit. He's like, because Future, Tony Montana. That shit, he didn't know what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah, I know. I saw that little clip. So I think lyrics
I just
are.
woke up. I did not brush my teeth. I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're good.
You suffer.
You're
I'm
good.
going to brush my teeth.
Huh?
You don't. You really don't. It's fine. But
Like, I be asking this shit. People love me in the comments.
Just set this shit up, please.
All you gotta do is press on podcast with Asia or Credit or one. Look, check it out. You what? One thing though I gotta ask you. Do you think it'd be like, because I see you farther in this bitch. I guess it do work for different people. Alright, but what do you think? Me, YouTube University. He trying to go to school to get his Pro Tools degree and shit like that. Oh, he going to school to get his Pro Tools and shit. So it's like, which one do you think is the right route? And these days, if you had a son, what would you tell him? Like, hey.
If you wanted to become like recording music and all that stuff.
Yep. Would you tell him go to YouTube University or hey, go to?
I did him in as many different areas of entertainment as I could. I would send him to Washtenaw and get his engineering certificates. I would have him be watching YouTube videos. I'd put him in dance and singing classes, and I'd have him learn to play the piano.
Oh, so you're saying you just do both?
Yeah, for sure. If you got to. If you don't have that option, then I think it depends who you are as a person. Like Ian learned all of his stuff himself. Super self-motivated. He'll sit there for 12 hours on a computer till he figures something out. I'm not like that. I'm self-motivated and I'll figure it out, but I won't figure it out 10 different ways. So to school, got all the technical stuff down, and then the best way to learn, I will say clearly, the best way to music is to make music.
Yeah.
So
100%.
don't practice making music, just make music, and you'll get better and better and better at it. And at a certain point, you'll be like, okay, this is good to where I want to put some money behind it and take it seriously.
Yeah, I feel that.
Right.
What's up?
I see.
I'm far enough away that I can get it for a team. I can't wait for this to be gone.
You put it back into this one?
Yeah, I think the camera angle is far enough away that it's not going to matter.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a zoom lens, so I think
We're not gonna.
Yeah.
This is for me.
It's a zoom lens, so like it could
yeah, people say it's far away, but it's.
But I mean, I don't give a fuck when I see it. I just don't want it to be distracting. I don't care if you see it. Are we on now?
Oh yeah, hold on, my fault. There's already one recorded in this track, bro.
What'd you say?
There's already vocals in this.
I already asked what those tracks do not matter.
Listen, as somebody who has learned both, I would suggest using Ableton.
Ableton?
Yeah, I got
She beats and electronic music. That's weird though.
Pro Tools is movie scoring, but it's slower for music production and engineering. And the biggest barrier for me when I make something is the time that it's going to take to get it right. Yeah. I want to be able to create something and then get it as far as I can in that first creative burst. So I'll record all my layers and I want to be able to mix it as I'm fucking going. I don't want to like do everything and then go back because my ideas will be different by then. So Ableton's a little bit faster and it allows me to like I'll say something, I'll put the effect that I want on it right then, I'll do the ad-lib, boom, next thing. Yeah. So by the time it's done, it might be a little rough, but then it's just cleaning work. All the ideas are there.
Definitely. We use Pro Tools because it's industry grade. and we do videos like this before we're recording 100%, and that's why we catch you. Hopefully, you know, it's good.
Yeah, we're industry grade.
Check it out. Industry grade. So like
shit, you know what the fuck is that?
when it comes to
So ribbon mic, compressor. When it comes
Sorry, in this
when it
bitch.
comes to like
industry standard
professional,
used to be Pro Tools. Now it's equally Pro Tools, Logic, and Ableton.
Anything.
Yeah.
Lil Tyler Bandlab.
Yeah, like
He still uses Bandlab to this day.
yeah. If you want to get hired into a professional studio, you should know how to work all of them. I don't know how to work Logic. I still have basic school skills on Pro Tools, but my main thing is Ableton now.
But what I heard was that, like, Pro Tools, if you know how to use Pro Tools, you know how to use anything. It's kind of like if you're in the basis of this, then usually anything else is, like, just the easiest shit to use.
Yeah, I understand.
But at the same time, I understand, like, I get what you're saying, which is, like, the fact, like, it's all the same.
It's all just different.
It's all the
just
same.
slightly different words for the same stuff.
Yeah.
And like the process of how you click through the windows is different.
Right. Heyo, it's Shanti. Welcome to the Shanti Show. We're here with...
Oh, I'm Jesse. People call me Cloud, the good catch on Instagram.
All right, let's do
White
it.
boy Jesse. Let's get it.
All right, but shoot. We grew up at.
I grew up in Ann Arbor. Yep.
What high school you go to?
I went to 2 high schools. I didn't get into community high school by the lottery, so I went to Pioneer and community. It was the last class that they let dual enroll.
For sure. What college?
I went to MSU for a few years. Then I went to Washington for my audio engineering.
Beautiful today. All right, keep behind shit.
He just got here. Go let him in.
Let's get it. Yeah, that is important. I don't wanna hurt you. You think The Weeknd is still good?
Weekend's fire.
What's up?
He needs to stop getting fucked up, and he'll make a lot better music.
You think he's just fucked up in the studio right now?
I don't think he's fucked up in the studio. I think his lifestyle. I think he probably gets clean to make the music, but I think that if he is sober now, he still hasn't had that breakthrough of like his next wave of where the next sound is going to come from. So he's in a little bit of a stagnation right now, but he's a great artist in my opinion.
I'm an Eminem fan. I think that might be a fucking reoccurring thing with these artists. They don't
Eminem.
make music like when they was high.
Hold up. Yo, I just sent somebody out there. Is your 1376? All right. I don't know though because he just came back in. Go out and get him. All right.
We gotta finalize that. Damn, my bad. All right. So basically, got that. Boom. What do you think about when you make music? What do you make music for?
I make the music I want to hear. I make the music that I have the capability of making that I want to hear.
You just want to vibe to it. It's not that deep to you. It's just
Oh, it's super deep to me. I look at music, for me, I've been doing it long enough and my practice is strong enough. I view music and writing as the paradigm under which I live my life. So it used to be that I had to tell myself to write, and now I write so much that just like going to the bathroom or brushing your teeth is something that's going to happen in the day. So I don't really think about it. I just try to have as many life experiences, different variety of life experiences as possible. So that way, when it's time to write, I have the widest base of source material to come from.
All right, for sure. All right, cool. This is the first time we ever doing it like this.
Yeah,
I feel so fake. This is kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie.
Fake as fuck.
Fake
As fuck.
All right, if you watch the next episode, I guess Zero's gonna be in it. He just came in. That's why I feel weird.
It's a half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah, so this is a
This is
splitter.
special.
This is a special
Yeah, like a special,
episode.
like-
This is a special. This is a first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, for sure. All right,
Type shit.
When'd you start dropping? And when was your first drop? Your first drop, that's memorable as fuck. For us.
Yeah, no. I recorded my first tape in my buddy's basement when I was 15. And we put that out pretty much right away. I didn't even
Hey, this is massive.
Yeah.
You talking to, nigga?
But go, obviously, nigga. That's all you, Ruckus. That's you. Hey, chop it up. Chop it up with your best friend.
Let's go to 30,000. We talking to massive here, nigga.
All the other ones here let me talk. All the other ones here let me talk. But
The
go.
funny thing is, this is kind of weird, though. Like, nah, this is weird. You want to get your spot?
Fuck you, nigga. Go.
Look, this is weird. This is a weird interview. Look.
Why is it weird?
Is this an interview?
Yeah, this is still an interview, but it's
Okay,
like
cool.
weird because it's like usually he sits here. The name of the show is a Shine the Show. Here to usually start off
okay.
asking questions. I asked the first questions, and then when we was talking, we was like, he's like, dang, should we really interview them? He's like, no.
Yeah, usually. I feel like, nah. Usually he'll let me talk. Cause I feel like you think I'm a bitch, low key. You think I won't talk. I think I won't talk, but not in this situation. You like, oh yeah, let me wear this nigga out. Let me like.
No, I know the questions you gonna ask her, and it's like certain questions will be like, all right, where you go to school? It's I feel like in the beginning we get the basic part. I feel like the first 30 minutes of a podcast.
But the
we get that
difference
basic
is
shit out.
you don't give a
And
fuck.
then after that,
You
we
think
talk
it's
to
basic
topics that I
shit.
think and shit like that.
Yeah, sure.
But then we got 30 minutes, nigga. We gotta knock this shit the fuck out. And then we got another thing.
We don't rush shit. We don't rush shit. We don't rush shit. But talk.
It's better to get 10 minutes of unrushed, authentic content than 30 minutes of rushed stuff. So I think
Type
we're
shit.
doing all right.
But go. Ask your questions.
Get your chance.
Ask your questions.
Here, let's switch seats.
Okay, all right.
They've just been getting on me about being white the entire time since I got here. They're like, "Do you ever feel discriminated against because you're white?" I'm like, not really. It's not that bad. I'm a guest in the culture. He's like, I mean, yeah, but blah blah blah. Now it's just all white stuff, dude.
I feel
I know. Well, wait your motherfucking turn, and then you can.
I'm just giving them game.
Yeah.
All right, but look, yeah, that was basically that.
Okay.
All right, switch.
My fault. So usually I like to talk about exactly origin. I know he's based. First of all, this little thing is under here. All right, brother. All right. That's okay. It's okay. I gotta stop calling it that.
You like the bitch shit.
Yeah, I do.
Nigga.
Exactly. But it's okay. Put it on the floor. Yeah, put it on the floor. All right. So when did you start recording? Have we talked about that yet?
No, I'll tell you when I started writing though. I went to Jeff Cass at the Neutral Zone, who is a poetry.
Jeff Cass. You know Cass?
So yeah.
That's beautiful.
So I started writing right before I entered his poetry class at the Neutral Zone. I heard. Okay, so here's how I started writing. I was walking to Tappan Middle School, and I liked, at the time I was like, Good Charlotte, Lincoln Park. The cool kids walked ahead of me from my neighborhood, and they wouldn't let me walk with them, but we all left the house at the same time and walked to the same route. So I'm literally just like awkward as fuck behind them. Yeah, I went to Tappan.
Wow.
So then one day I'm walking there by my lonesome, behind it, and I just see this iPod shuffle. You guys don't even know that. Okay.
I'm hip with the iPod shuffle. Man's 28. Think of niggas don't know what an iPod shuffle is. We hip.
Okay,
Now when you were 3.
Yeah.
Type shit.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So I find this thing on the ground and it's got a bunch of like hardcore rap on it, and I didn't have anything else to listen to. I didn't have any other way to make or listen to music, so I put it in and I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's not that dope. Seems kind of stupid. But then I heard this one line where this guy goes like, "Everybody wants a heaven, but nobody wants to die," and I was like, that's kind of cool. It made me feel something. It made me think, and it went to the rhythm. So it did more than other music normally would. Instead of where it's just feeling and dancing, I'm thinking as well. So it's engaged something else. And I was like, yo, that might be kind of a cool way to have an impact on the world, is like through that type of whole like chakra engagement. So from there, I got super obsessed with it and started writing and recorded the next year. And
yeah. So that's when you started writing.
yeah.
You said recorded next year. How did you get like your equipment and stuff like that? Like
So
how was that process
my
for you?
buddy DJ, yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Remember that shit.
Yeah.
DJ Kirikou, my buddy, I pretty much always recorded at buddies' places and stuff. But I had my own stuff, but I really like when I'm recording, my preferential is to have somebody else there, somebody that I trust, because I'm of the belief that the more minds you get involved in a song that are on the same page, the better the product will be. But my first equipment, Eric had he had like a Pro Tools brand preamp and a Snowball microphone in his basement, and we were on like a desktop Mac, and we recorded this little thing called Clear Skies, and nobody messed with me when I was like,
Is Clear Skies out first and foremost?
Clear Skies is probably out somewhere. It's not on my artist page though. I think it's like on a Bandcamp page somewhere.
Are you gonna put it out? Drop that shit.
It is.
We dropped that shit.
Yeah,
That
but
first shit, he sold that bit. That shit didn't go nowhere. But he dropped it right now. That's still showing millions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
And
no, I
your
know
first
exactly.
shit,
what
like
you're talking
you're I've seen your numbers, like you're up there. So
about.
as to
just
say,
starting. It's just starting to. Really, this
you have
month.
up there numbers.
This month.
Y'all shit is crazy.
This
Yeah.
Hey, fuck these niggas.
This motherfucker, get the fuck out of here.
Listen.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck these other niggas.
I'm dead serious, Johnny.
Listen.
Fuck these-
I just had my first good month. This month, starting the 17th when I
This
dropped.
first time you had 8,000?
What 8,000? What?
The 8,000. You said the 8,000 monthly budgets.
Oh, I got to 10 now. I'm up to 10 as of today.
Yeah, motherfuckers, we gotta watch out.
But that's just like it's really just the first song that's had real impact. So I've been promoting in a real way for 3 months. I've done promotions before for 2 years, but this is all just like trial and error, figuring out how to actually promote. Just throwing money at the wall with
That is
every
a-
god awful different company, trying to feel like what's real, what's not. How do I get real fan engagement? How do I even track the metrics of how to understand if it's working or not? Because these numbers don't mean anything unless they're coming through from multiple platforms.
Yeah.
That's the truth. If you're not, if
What's
your
your
Spotify
distributor?
listeners are not following you on Instagram, they're probably not engaged fans. You have to
Yeah.
have a multiple platform presence in order to start tracking. So I would say this month is really my first month of real growth.
What's your distributor?
I go through DistroKid right now, but I preferred 1RPM before because I could get a hold of them easier, and they'll let you, like, if let's say I change a beat drop or there's a vocal line I messed up, I can send them the file and they'll go replace it, so I don't have to take it down. With the bigger distributors, they're just like, screw you, it's up. But I don't think it really matters too much.
Oh man, you be changing it. And I hate this digital shit. If
No,
you a
I-
real artist head, you can tell Kendrick Lamar down. I noticed you changed some shit in that bitch. Bro. Like,
Yeah.
I know they be changing shit all the time. Like, damn,
They
never
do,
changed
kinda.
shit.
Yeah, a
Like
little
Eminem
bit.
on Drake on that fucking the Certified Lover Boy when he said and he like put the word in there.
Okay.
Do you notice that shit?
Yeah, I would notice it if I knew the song for sure.
I'm a crazy nerd. I noticed.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's you got to, especially if you're an engineer, and that's the whole game. You got to notice the little stuff.
For sure.
Devil's in the details.
Okay, so why do you make music? That's one of my first questions. Why do you make music?
I make music because I believe our species is in a crisis of self-identified truth, and I believe that the best and most necessary way to change that is to align people with their truth. I think the core problem is that we lie to ourselves, which creates disharmony, and that we then lie to others, take advantage of people, and don't see the unity, which leads to all sorts of problems. So my goal is to try to be the best influence I can on people not lying to themselves, and then eventually to make policy changes and societal, cultural differences on a worldwide scale.
See, this is why we losing. See, this is why we losing. You see how fucking thought out that
Stop
shit was?
fucking grabbing me, man.
How thought out that shit was? Do you see how thought out that motherfucker shit
Almost
was?
definitely an
Most of
industry
the niggas I be
plan.
like, it's for my hood.
Hey, but that's valid too.
They ended with that shit.
Everybody's just got a different thing. I
This is
just
why we lose,
I just
nigga.
felt it from very young. I was just like this is when I found that shuffle. I was already thinking when I was 12, like, how am I gonna help and fix this?
But I ain't gonna lie, so our first thing, it was like crazy. We had this fucking, went in on this shit. It was like a $60 laptop, bro.
Okay.
$60 eBay laptop.
Hell yeah, I remember
That bitch had
that.
a battery in it. And then, 'cause I think I bought it. Like, you go through this shit where you just buy shit on the internet and, like, you get better at the shit. Like, I'm an
Yeah.
online shopper. Like,
Right.
bought my equipment box today, I get that bitch back in like 2
Sure.
weeks, 3 weeks, some shit like that. But then, bought that bitch, and then boom, it was like, I put the SD card in it. I mean, the RAM in that
Yeah.
bitch. Boom, you gotta know about the RAM. I learned about the gigahertz. I learned about the motherfucking motherboard, all that shit. Nigga, I had to break that shit down. It was like it was a PC, so I can do that shit.
Nice.
And then boom, I remember I feel like that was like the trial and error fucking phase.
How long was your trial and error phase?
I'm never gonna stop the trial and error phase, man. I mean,
You get to the point where it's like, I feel like last year I hit my pinnacle with the shit.
Yeah.
It was just like, I was like, oh, you got this shit,
Wait
nigga.
until your next pinnacle.
yeah. Wait until
Yeah.
it's so. Have you heard of the cycle of
I
enlightenment?
feel like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I do.
Listen,
Yeah, you have.
Hindu or Buddha?
The cycle of like, so there's like you realize that you're not everything you could be, and then you go on the search, and then you can't find an answer, so you become despondent and desperate, and you're about to give up, and then there's a breakthrough, and then you learn and integrate, and then you are satisfied and you coast, and then you have a question. Oh, could I be better? And that just continues for your whole life. So I mean,
we will never coast.
yeah, exactly. To answer your question, till the point when I felt like, okay, this is something I can rep. I can be like, I'm not embarrassed of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because I started engineering like in like 2016.
Are we
I
talking
didn't feel
for?
comfortable with dropping shit until like 2021.
Yeah.
So then that was like my trial and error phase. Like, this shit is ass. I was like, keep this shit on the laptop.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm EQing all fucking night. Like, I'm saying, like, I was like a demon. Like, I just
Yeah,
forget that shit.
it's
Everything
all
else
just
I
about
got,
a good
like,
recording, man. All the EQs are important, but it's really the more I go, the more I realize the drier you can have everything, and the better the recording, the more you're gonna be able to implement artistic decisions.
I know you play instruments as well.
I do not.
You don't play instruments?
Nope.
Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the correction. All right, my fault.
No, you're good.
Just because now we're gonna drop this shit, you're gonna be in it. Can you put your face in the camera just for 1 second? Just for 1 second.
Watch out! You gotta.
I'm not talking to no random ass dude in the corner. Like I'm not that crazy. He got a face.
Talking to the voice. You're talking to the voices in your head. We're not even
Just
here
look,
right now, man.
look, don't do this to me. If I'm paranoid and I start hallucinating white folks, like that's another thing.
Hey,
I gotta
Stop calling them white. Stop I'm standing up for them now.
Irish.
Stop calling them white.
My last name Campbell, bro.
You fucking potato.
My last
picker.
name Campbell.
If you want
I'm Irish too. I'm Irish too.
in my pocket, though.
Type shit. I'm Irish too.
motherfucker.
I'm
Oh,
Irish
yeah.
too. I'm Irish too.
Hey, that's fucked up. No, we actually noticed this shit. So look, basically, y'all know what black people last names? Y'all know that shit?
Oh my goodness. I'm talking about that shit right now.
If y'all wasn't white, I'd still talk about this. But basically, it's basically just something like
I
so
wanna hear this.
slavery ended. Boom. Slavery ended, right?
Yep.
Boom. All y'all niggas free. Guess what?
What's your name? Yeah.
Yeah. Last name, guess what it was? The name of the
Freeman.
plantation.
It's Freeman,
No.
or it was Freeman if they were freed, and it was the name of the plantation if it was yeah.
Name of the plantation.
Yeah.
So I looked up my last name for like when I was a kid, and I was like, I wonder where I come from. I thought I was Irish for so fucking long, and they said Irish, the Hearn family, they're famous for tobacco and everything. I thought,
Oh yeah.
I got famous family, Irish for tobacco, some shit like that. And then boom, as I grew up, and then my dad told me that shit, I was like, oh shit. So we was on the tobacco farm.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's wild.
So
dude.
then that's how I think of it.
That's
when you think about
crazy.
the last name. His is Campbell. He was on the tobacco farm. I think.
I thought he was making soup, bro.
I fucking hate y'all niggas, bro. Fuck you.
Was it on the
Spit your
tobacco
shit,
farm
bro.
or what's Campbell? Campbell tobacco or sugar cane?
Campbell is fucking. It's Irish and means like smooth talker or some shit like that.
No, I'm talking about what farm?
He's like, fuck all that shit, dog.
I don't know.
Fuck. He said, fuck all that shit. What
I don't know.
plantation was that?
It means big dick.
Type shit.
Shit, wait. Fuck it.
Oh my goodness.
The only reason I am not insisting that we just do a 4-person podcast is there's literally not room on this couch.
Real shit. But we want to give you a
Yeah, that's
his
fair.
own space.
Yeah, that's fair.
His
That's
own
fair.
space.
Because I don't want none of him. I want to keep it separate. I ain't gonna lie. And Jay.
Well, you're doing a shitty job of that,
This
but
dude Jay. This
Or-
dude Jay is fucking. He wants to come through too. So I was like, man, that's gonna be 3 people. No, that's too much. Not
Okay.
even.
So
Whoa.
we talk about. I know you talked a little bit about your promotion. I think that is like a question that I have, and I feel like because you already brought it up,
yeah, sure.
it's like let's like go off of it.
Okay, yeah.
Like when did you notice that? First of all, we want to lean forward in anything we do.
Yeah.
So as to say, we don't want to get stagnant. I feel like a lot of artists, they feel like as if you put out the music, then people are gonna listen to it. But like,
No, that's arrogant.
yeah, it's a little arrogant. Exactly.
Why should they trust that you have anything worthwhile to say?
Real shit. But as to say, we're trying to. Can I trust you to do this one thing?
Oh, yeah.
He said this one thing, bro.
No. Because I feel like you would ask
I'm
me to.
teaching you.
No, exactly. I feel like you would ask me to go do that shit, even though I'm like in the middle of a conversation right now.
My bad.
um,
Promotion is what you
Oh, yeah.
promotion.
Promotion.
Exactly.
So
What do
you
think
just
works for you right now?
yeah. So you asked the $1 million question. So, at first, playlisting seemed like a legitimate way to get your music out there before it became so completely inundated by companies that are pretty adept at convincing you something is real when it's not. It's easy to tell when something's fake, but it can also be not easy if the company is a good faker.
Yeah.
So that went out the window. We don't do that anymore. Now it's pretty much all through Meta. But you have to be pretty educated and know how to use the tools that Facebook provides for targeting. So if you're talking about paid promotion, it's that. And if you're talking about organic promotion, then you want to be focusing on making content like this that's organic and that you can splice into clips that could go viral, or skits, or content based around you making the music. So those are like lottery tickets to me. Those little videos, the ones you want to go viral, that's a lottery ticket, right? You should be doing that as much as you can or want to. And then the bankable investment stuff is stuff you put money into. And it's all about getting that cost per click and cost per fan and conversion down as much as you can. And that's how you'll tell if the music's worth putting money into.
I feel that.
And we're actually working on bringing together a couple resources to be able to offer that to some of our clients that we believe in. Because we don't really want the tools to we don't want people have wasted money. We've done promotion and stuff for people, and then they've wasted money. So we only want to do it with people that we think are going to work.
Okay, when you say clients, like, what do you mean? Like, what's your business?
So
There's a bar. I was listening to your shit last night. He said LLC. He said, "I give up my LLC for your company," type shit.
Yeah,
I thought that was slick as
Well,
fuck.
thank you. I like that. Sometimes I scare myself. Yeah, that's cool, man. So Ian hired me into the studio 2 years ago, and it's become like a little community. He already had a stable of clients, some of which he.
You guys have like your
passed
own following, like a page, like somewhere like people can follow you up with.
We have a page for the studio. We don't use it because people just hit us up on our own Instagrams and our own numbers. So it's called Zero Gravity Sound, and that's Zero Gravity Sounds, and that's the Instagram name. But you can feel free to reach out to just my Instagram page as well.
What's the best and worst thing of doing music and being an engineer? Producer too?
Executive, but I don't make much beats.
All right, cool. What's the best and worst part of being an engineer?
I would
And
say
artist.
the worst part of being an engineer is when somebody comes in with 3 bars and a beat and no melody and is like, make it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to write your song. I'm going to come up with the melody. I'm going to do all this. I might as well have just made the song myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make the motherfucker cut you in on that shit, though, right?
No, honestly, I do it because it's great. I shouldn't even be complaining because it's great practice and I genuinely love to do it. So, but the worst part is when I don't believe in the artist and then I have to do that.
How many times a day do you put yourself in that position where it's like
It's
where it's like, because we're artists, we're like
10% of nothing.
Yeah, what's 10% of nothing? Number.
I think if you do this shit.
We do this shit, but it's like it's also doing it with all of those type of artists give us the practice and credentials so that when we get to the point where we're in a room with an artist where we feel comfortable, like, hey, it should go like this, and then at the end of that, you're like, hey, I might need a percentage, and then that's a real investment.
Yeah, I have percentage of hundreds of songs.
Yeah.
Hundreds. Big record too. It's like, but these kids that don't market themselves, I mean, what's 10% of nothing? Like they have 5 streams a year. Like, why would I want a percentage of that?
What's your my fault? I just want to talk about the business as of now.
Yeah.
What's your
I got
what's
you,
your
dude.
like
I hear you.
so what's your process for handling customers, things like that? Like, first of all, I want to know, how often is it like you have a person come in and be like,
I got nothing.
Yeah, this is like
Most
gonna
of the
be
time, that doesn't happen too often anymore, especially because a lot of the clients that I've worked with over time have become better because we've helped them and they've been dedicating and we help motivate them and we get results for them. So how often has that happened where they really don't have much at all? Maybe, 20, 30 times, but like,
not often.
but it happens often where I can make something a lot better, and I have to decide whether this person can handle me giving them feedback and trying to make it better, or whether I'm just like, you just need to do what you do. You're still in this space where you're not going to take this constructively, and that's okay, or it's going to mess up your flow or whatever. That's fine too. You know, everybody's at a different stage, but it also helped me because, just like I said before, the more qualified, educated people that are in tune with themselves in the room while the thing is happening, the more chance you have of having a great. That's why I don't get on Drake for having the ghostwriters. I don't think it's ghostwriter. I think he's just sitting there with all his boys making music.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
so like, oh yeah, whose name is
He
going
definitely
to
has a fucking camp, my G.
how about what?
He has a camp. He has a camp. I got words.
a what?
A what?
I got words.
A camp?
Yeah, it's
Oh, like niggas
yeah.
like in a camp, like,
Like,
making
yeah,
this
yeah.
music.
Yeah, that's just what they do. And in my mind, it's like, especially once you develop a rapport with somebody, that's incredibly valuable. If you're trying to make a record big, if you're trying to make an introspective, personal record that doesn't involve anybody else and hope that people can relate to it outside of that, then don't do it. But if you're trying to make any type of pop music, any hip hop, pop, anything like that, you need to have multiple people involved.
What's the difference between hip hop and pop? Because hip hop is pop.
Hip hop. I think the difference between hip hop and pop is that one, the lyrics are a vehicle to deliver the music, and the other one is that the lyrics tell a story or are a centerpiece of the culture without melody, I would say, most likely.
So when did you guys start this business?
He started it, what, 6 years, 5 years, 7 years?
Business and fuck the business. We'll talk about business.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I had a little thing in my room for a little while. I did that for 6-8 months.
Okay.
That was cool. It
Dope
was
shit.
alright.
So when it comes to your music, what's your recording process?
My recording process is I find a beat, and now that I've gotten to the point where I've written so much, I can pretty much tell what's going to be good and what's not within the first 15-20 minutes. I'll dedicate a couple hours to the song. I try to get it done within an hour. That, or at least all the moments that are important, because when you're listening to a song or you're experiencing a song, you're not going through the process of how can I achieve this moment that they're trying. You just experience it or you don't.
Yeah.
The creation process, in my opinion, should be simple like that. Am I experiencing this authentically or not? So I try to get it down to an hour. I usually try to record the same or the next day because then I can practice it over and over again, get my delivery and intonation correctly. And then I try to do half the mix or all of the executive production ideas. So the big ideas of the mix that are going to change how the song feels and sounds as much as the lyrics, I try to get that done with the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then I'd have a couple sessions of cleaning and editing.
Yeah.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's very complicated.
That's
It's not that.
it's a process. So what's your process of like finding a beat? Like, how do you find like a good one?
Well, I'm blessed that a lot of people around me make good music that's started to become something that I can rely on. I also have a couple guys that I've met through like YouTube that I buy from over the years that now send me like custom beats and stuff. I have sometimes like Ian's composed stuff underneath. So sometimes we'll take a beat from YouTube, record a demo over it, and then produce it ourselves underneath.
Bro, are y'all that big that y'all got YouTube videos of yourself? You got YouTube videos of yourself?
What do you mean YouTube videos?
One dude, I met him in California. He got YouTube videos himself, so he just searches up his own damn name, type beat, and then he just do this shit.
I got a couple out there.
You do that shit?
Oh yeah.
Do you be doing that shit though? Search your own shit
I
up?
make my own beats, but
Okay.
Yeah, no, not yet.
You
But like I
wanna do
said, I would. Hell yeah, I would love that. I would try to reward people for putting my name out there.
But look, it's the one thing though I'm gonna ask you. So do you think that any beat is flowable? Or do you think any beat, because a lot of people, I engineer and shit, like, and it's like some rappers, they be like, oh yeah, just throw anything on, we can get it done. Do you think any beat can be doable, or do you think some beats are just not doable? I'm talking about for it. Like,
I think it's just like the lottery ticket. The more tickets you buy is like the better the beat, right? You could buy 99 million tickets out of 100 million and you'd have a pretty good chance. If the beat is that amazing, you're going to have a really good chance. If you buy a shitty, or you have a shitty ass nothing beat, you got a 1 in a million chance, but it can still totally happen.
Alright, shit. I'm trying to ask some shit Gary Vee, actually. They do a lot of fucking interviews. They did shit. Damn. I'm dead serious. I'm trying to think of some weird, crazy
He
shit.
talks before he thinks.
You can ask me. I have a lot of crazy, fucked up
What are you
stories.
talking about? Shit, yeah,
You want to talk about
yeah.
business? Talk about it. You want to talk
Shit,
about some crazy
I do
shit?
want to tell that though. That's the one thing I'm telling you. In hip hop culture, that is a main fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like people gonna think you haven't struggled in this culture or something like that to get where you at. What's a big struggle story you're telling me? Like something that'd be like damn, It's like one big ass story. I'll tell you. I do my camera. I do music videos.
Sure.
I went out traveling, paid for the flight and shit. No deposit. I like that shit. Like that the
Oh,
hard
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
So then, boom. That's one long ass story. What's your story? You can tell me.
About being white in the business, or
Nah, just period. No, just being like, no, just in the business. Period.
like
Like growing pains in the business. Everybody feel like got that.
oh
Like
fuck.
one
man.
moment you thought, oh, you
we
get a placement with Drake, and then boom, this person was a bit, and he took the placement or some shit like that.
I'd say the biggest owie moments have
This
been
your last interview, my nigga.
Nigga, we got like 5 interviews today.
the
big owie
the
mo-
big ooferstons, the truly oof moments have been when I spend a non-insignificant amount of money on promotion and realize it was the wrong decision. Knowing that when I did it, I was like, this might happen, but at least I'll have the information, and it still fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Especially when you believe in the record even mildly, when you're like, this is good, you
Which
know.
one?
I had a record called Headshot that I still think could either could do well in the right circumstances, that totally got messed up from that.
Damn. I wish I.
What's your favorite track that you put out to this day?
Definitely Pudding. Definitely this new
Pudding?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason people are responding to it. I've finally become aligned within myself to the point where it's hitting the point where you can't really deny it. You might say this isn't my flavor, but you can't be like, this ain't.
Yeah.
This ain't
It's
awesome.
gas. It's gas.
Thank you.
100%. When it comes to, first of all, this is like this lifestyle of music. I think it's people mesh it with fun, and it is fun.
It's super fun.
But people mesh it with fun because of the
This shit is.
Then stop fucking laughing.
type shit is on there. So so people mesh it with fun. So like when it comes to like parties, things like that. Do you perform?
I've just started really. I sold out a couple shows over the years, but I mean, it's just not. To me, the performance is where my fans are gonna come, so we can all enjoy the music together.
Yeah.
If I don't have a real fan base of people, like, just because I can make everybody come out and buy a ticket, and like, you know, I know a bunch of people around town, that doesn't mean I want to perform. Like,
Yeah.
I want to perform for my fans who we know the music together. So
Yeah.
my focus is 100% on building that audience, so that when I go somewhere, it's already known. Now, having said that, it's very valuable for me to practice performing like the other night, audiences that don't know my music, so that I can. That's why I started doing it now, so that because I feel that audience building. So I'm like, all right, I need to get this skill up to the par of like where I need to be. For
You
that,
seem like you got groupies.
I wouldn't say
You
that.
ever smash a fan?
No,
You ever smash a fan?
Oh, you got girls on top?
You ever smash a fan? Peep the fit. Hey, ladies, peep the fit. It's the flower boy type shit, you know. But it's drippy. And don't think I ain't see the model Instagram. So you telling me you ain't got no groupies?
I wouldn't say. I just gotta. They're not groupies at all. I have always loved girls, even before they wouldn't talk to me at all. I would die about a girl, and to this day, like, I'm the type of guy that's like, I'll put my heart completely on the line, get it totally crushed, and then go make music about it and look at it as a win. So like, I don't have groupies yet.
Yeah, so you don't smash groupies.
The way you said that, and then white people 101. The way you said that shit, and he did it.
My nigga been out here. He said, look, hey, you know who you is.
Guys trying to fuck my shit up out here. No. I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. No.
Okay, so.
But I do like talking about girls. We can talk about girls.
Yeah, no, I want to talk about.
What's up, bitch? You like?
Oh, I tend to like girls who are athletic on the slimmer side.
Respectable women.
I like girls that are like, I'm a little bit reckless. I like a little bit of like, I like if a girl gets a little nervous or something, but I want a girl that's like vibrant and a little bit reckless like me.
Yeah.
What do you mean you say reckless?
Like, if I start going a little bit fast in a car, I like, that should be something we can mutually enjoy, maybe. You know? That's all I'll say.
Oh my goodness.
If you want to die.
Yeah, that's the opening line of my album is
If you want to die, he's gonna tell.
Recite the opening line.
the opening
brother.
line of my album is I don't do no cheating, but I might flirt, hand on her leg while I drift. That's a nice skirt.
Damn.
He's definitely fucking.
Damn, he fucking these bitches.
I can't,
Cause I just started off fucking these bitches, bro. I
just started and I fucking even understand. I know you out here.
Where's your most fan base at?
Right now, right now, Brazil has been responding heavily to this song, but I'm building targets in Santa Monica because I plan to move out there. So people in LA seem to respond organically with no influence. People from LA respond to the best of my content.
Real nigga shit. All right. Basically, that was about that.
Yeah.
Got that.
Okay, so first of all, Brazil. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And what sense of like, how did you get that music out there? How do you know it's responding well in Brazil?
Well, because I can track it. I can show you right now, dude.
Yeah?
If you want. Yeah. Like if I put out ads, the ads are gonna naturally try to find the best cost to show the ad. Right now, I can also select like some countries are cheaper and more expensive to advertise too. Right. So there's like tier 1, 2, and 3 countries. So you want to start the ads. This is a little technical, but you want to start the ads at the bottom, and then as you get the cost down and the targeting better, you move the scale up.
Okay.
Right. So out of all like, there's a lot of tier 2 countries like Italy. Like
tier 2 countries. What's the tier 2 country?
So like countries that cost the second most to advertise to, but less than like United States, United Kingdom. There's a couple more.
What you using Google ads or Instagram ads?
Meta.
Oh, Meta is like the actual app.
Meta is Facebook. Meta is Facebook, so they own Instagram too.
So Facebook ad, Facebook pixels, you do all that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned where are you moving?
I did. Definitely the goal is to move out to California as soon as I have a big enough fan base to sustain it. My goal is if I could sell out a show the day I get there, then I'm going.
Okay, so the California lifestyle. We've had some people come from go to that California lifestyle and
I've been
not approve of it.
Yeah.
But you've been you feel like you're vetted?
If I was 100% vetted, I would be out there. But I'm telling you, well, first of all, what do you mean by the lifestyle? But I will say that the lifestyle agrees with me heavily. I fit in out there. I do well out there. Anytime I'm out there, I feel at home.
I believe it.
I feel good out there. It feels
Yeah.
good. So to me, I respect everybody has their own thing. To me, everybody who hates on LA, I always just think because you ain't shit there. You know,
Like, but I think LA is like this. I feel like LA is like Las Vegas. I love them both of them. Like I'm gonna stay in one of the bitches. It has everything you fucking need. I feel like if you don't know how to control yourself, for sure,
you're
like
done.
Most people don't know how to control themselves.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like when they say fuck the industry, this is it. I feel like LA is where the devil stays. No, nigga.
Well, it is, but it's also where the angels are too. You know what I mean?
That's that's my
City of
life.
Angels.
It's a city of angels.
Yeah,
City of
it's
I feel like it's straight. I feel like it's straight to me.
it's just like any big city, you got to know what your limits are. And that's why I'm glad I had so much trial and error and messing up and falling down and looking like an idiot for myself and almost dying and almost going, all the places that people almost go. And, getting out of that, because now when I'm starting to get a bit more attention, it's not like I'm just like, whatever, dude, I'm not even gonna deal with
If you
that.
feel comfortable being vulnerable enough,
Sure.
like a low moment, nigga, stop talking. Don't talk before communicate. You talk about what a low moment is. In your career, what do you feel like
A
that
low
would be?
moment?
Yeah. Can you
In
point
my
out
life or career? The career is just starting. If you want to talk about my life, I've had a lot of really low moments, man. I would say, the moments that involved me realizing that I wasn't careful enough with my influence or the safety risks that I was putting other people through. Some of which ended up fine and we joke about it now, and some of which, did very much not. Are definitely.
Mafia?
Dog, you are ridiculous.
No, you fuck with the mafia. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it sounds like this nigga Spider-Man, low key.
I don't.
Find out your identity or some shit like that, and then they was like, "Oh, we got him," and then they got him out, and then the Joker comes.
I had to carry my best friend's casket with somebody who was threatening my life.
Oh, damn.
That type of low moments. You know what I mean?
You can't trust them, trust nobody or shit like that.
Yeah, I don't even think I was worried about trusting people too much. It was more of just I am in an existential crisis of not knowing how I can deal with the pressure I put on myself, and the things that I'm going to do to make that okay are just I always felt like I'm okay. I'm taking care of myself, even if I'm trashing my life. It's just me. But the truth is, no matter how much you try to protect or don't try to protect the people around you, it's going to affect them. So the low moments for me were definitely definitely the come to God moments of like, look, you can either be like a really, really good influence or a really bad influence, and your type of personality, there's not much middle ground.
Damn, I'm gonna tell you this one story.
Mm.
And it's gonna be that. It was a motherfucking man, and God said, one of your children is gonna do something very great.
Mm.
One is a famous musician.
Sure.
All around the city, they know him. Another one is a soldier. And then another one is a motherfucking librarian.
Okay.
Boom.
Which one do you kill?
Into the motherfucking musician, because he's known, and boom boom why he's a good influence, and boom boom why the soldier's a killer. I think, and then I think the other one was a librarian. I think it was just a killer or something like that. He was like a thug, a criminal.
Okay.
Boom, and then boom, he's like da-da-da. And then boom, and then basically the one that ended up being some shit is the criminal, because he got exiled somewhere in war, and then boom, 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 wop, wop. But it's all about, I think the whole basis of the story was you can't really know how history is gonna treat you. So I feel like the best thing is just to do you.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you look at the Hindu Buddhist shit, right?
Yeah, big
So
in the Buddhism.
Basically, it's like the karma. It's like karma. People think do good things and good things. Like no, karma is like doing what the fuck you feel is right. Like, and it's gonna come back to you. I feel like doing what's right. I feel like if you do something and it's not in your heart, I feel like it's like you're doing it wrong. That's not truth. I think karma is being truth. Boom.
Karma.
I'm gonna kill this dude right now. I'm gonna kill this dude right now. Like I'm not like all right, I'm not gonna be fake with it and not do it. That's the whole thing about it.
So you're talking about do what thou wilt. That's that's Aleister Crowley, and that's dark magic, my friend. I'd watch out for that one. But
Dark side.
Talking about karma is the secret to karma that people have a really hard time digesting is karma isn't I'm going to do something good and then something good's going to happen to me. It's I'm going to do something good and more good will be in the world and I might not get any of that. That's the hard part to deal with about karma. Is are you fighting the fight for the good fight, or are you fighting the fight for the result? I think it's fine if you're fighting the fight for the result for yourself. If you're trying to do good so that you get good, that's great. But an even deeper motivation and an even deeper truth of it is I'm doing this because I want everything to be better for everyone.
There's always just one quote I got. It's like the fucking they say this shit. It's the orphan child. The orphan child is gonna be the one to save the village. If you were the orphan child, would you save the village?
Oh, undoubtedly. That's my entire life path has been.
Me, I'll be like, fuck him. Like, I don't know none of y'all niggas anyway. Y'all don't like me anyway. It's like the bigger part of the story was he was a beggar on the street. And nobody fucked with him.
Right.
Nobody would let him have a place to stay. No one would let him do anything.
Yeah.
And then he has to save the village one day. And and then now he out around all these fake motherfuckers. Right? Like all you see is a whole bunch of fake motherfuckers. Now it's like, I would not do that shit. I don't know. But that is.
But like it or not, who we have around us in the world is who is here. And the only option that we have is, are we going to try to make it better? Are we going to try to make it worse? How can we make it right in the world if we can't even resolve personal disputes amongst each other, amongst our friends? How are we going to fix the Middle East if you and I can't resolve? Oh man. All right. This is when you asked me what was off limits, this might have been my one answer. But I am what they call a Zionist, but
Thank you! But my nigga! He Zionist! Nigga, I went to church. I know exactly what that means.
But
me and this bitch.
It just means
fuck you.
What it means that they don't understand what it means though, and I have to clarify because that really might come back to bait. But Zionism just means that you believe in a homeland for the Jewish people.
Exactly.
That's it.
Thank you.
That's
they fucking shit.
Okay. And they, yes, it's like, okay, so if I leave this apartment now and then I come back after 2,000 years later and I'm like, hey, you owe me that bathroom. Yeah, it's weird. The problem is what if every single other place has tried to kill me and then I finally come back and I say, hey, can I please just use your bathroom? Just your bathroom to live in. And you say, actually, I think we'll all kill you. And then I say, fuck you. And that goes back and forth for 70 years. And then now we're at where we're at. It's just a little bit different of a situation. Not saying that what is going on is not horrendous and terrible and that obviously we want peace.
Obviously.
But it's like...
You're stupid.
No. I'd say this
no, you don't listen to what the fuck he's saying.
Like, nigga.
But it's just like...
Look, you white. Y'all gonna pay attention to that.
He's Jewish.
Yeah, so...
You Jewish?
So, yeah,
Semitic.
Yeah. So my dad's family escaped the Holocaust.
Don't play with that shit. One thing I don't play with. Next question. You don't believe that?
Yeah, my dad's family escaped the Holocaust. That's why I'm even alive. So my grandfather was an actor, and he was in the first German talking movie, the first movie with sound in Germany. And he was also a stage actor, and he would perform in a troupe, and a Nazi official came up to him in 1938 and told him that was a great performance. Look, you got to get out of here. We're about to close the border to Jews. And so he applied. At the time, you still needed to apply to leave as a Jew, right? So he took his acting, got an acting troupe together, applied for a temporary visa. They said you can go, but you got to come back. And he took an actress who later became my grandmother, and they fled and came to LA, where he acted with, I don't know if you know who Marlon Brando is, or Peter Sellers, or
Did he let that bitch? Oh, he just took that bitch.
no. They escaped as a group of like theater troops.
If I'm gonna get the Holocaust, I'll find a bitch like, hey, we're gonna marry. Hey, you actress? Hey, let's take this actress and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Start
so
killing shit.
the thing is, back in the days, unless you were literally a big star, they didn't make anything off of acting. So he was broke, but like a little bit like
Get the fuck
people.
out of the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, for sure. And my dad grew up in LA, so that's I've also found. I always had an affinity for California because my dad grew up there, and we went to visit there so many times. I've spent so much time out there. So
Yeah, just say anything.
Beautiful space.
Let's go.
yeah.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Back to, first of all, I want to talk about your upbringing. You
Okay.
said you went to Tappan.
Yeah, I went to I went to
I know it's a tab.
yeah. I didn't know that.
What high school did you graduate from?
2013.
So we were at Tappan at the same time.
That's impossible, dude.
No.
I'm telling you.
The world would have broken,
we were in
dude.
sixth grade.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Shit like this when your friends get to know you and your fans get to know you.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Think about where I live. Where else would I have gone to school?
I don't know.
Green Hills. Some.
Slauson. I went to
no way.
Slauson.
Yeah,
You seem
yeah.
like a Slauson guy.
Like, downtown.
Yeah, damn near. Damn near.
But it's on like the. It's on like the. Yeah.
Which middle school got the baddest bitches?
We're not talking about middle school. We're not talking about middle school.
I cannot
First of all, he
answer that
has his
one.
own. He has his own fucking mic, so you don't need to do. This shit is extra.
That is the most reckless question I've ever been asked in my
Extra
life.
as
That's like
fuck.
one of them quick questions. Ain't no right answer for that bitch.
No,
Yeah, no,
what high
it's-
school did you go to? Actual legitimate fucking question.
High school got the baddest bitches.
I went to community and Pioneer, so I had the best of both worlds because I had open campus and community, and I could tell Pioneer community has a messed up schedule. I gotta go, and then my school day ended at 10:45 in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays, junior and senior year. I was just rolling around selling back. Doing
And
all
were
that shit.
you? First of all, were you music? Like, did you make music back then? Like,
Yeah, when I was 15 I recorded the first project, so I was always writing and rap. By that time, I was like, I'm a rapper,
yeah.
100%.
You were stamped. You were stamped. Were you even putting it? Were you putting it out?
Yeah. I put out my first project when I was 15.
Oh, dope shit. Dope shit. Is it still out there? Because I went through your Spotify.
We already got
It's on Bandcamp.
My fault. It's on Bandcamp. Oh, my fault,
Yeah,
G.
but-
My fault, G.
but don't
I
look it up,
apologize.
please.
I apologize.
Please don't.
I'm so stupid. But like,
I'm telling you that I feel like I hate when artists do that. Like an artist will blow up today and then delete all their.
That's
old
what I
stuff
just
on
did.
Instagram.
That's what I just did.
Stop.
Don't do that.
Yes.
People want to see. Like I'm telling you.
I know they want to see it, but they can
wanna
see it
see
from
it.
now, okay? They can see it from now because I got a lot of good stuff coming. I don't need
But you
to.
look new. They want to
It's
see.
so chaotic.
Oh, dang, he been around for that. That's enticing to a motherfucker.
Yeah. If I click on somebody and I go through 3 songs and not all of them sound like they're fucking awesome, I'm like, I don't know.
yeah.
I think you got. To,
Unless one of them is just so crazy hot that I have to like see like what do you do next.
we're fucking crazy though. Everybody's not crazy like us.
No, I know. I'm
Like,
very
we do that
aware.
shit. So like the way we think is way different from these other motherfuckers. Like
Yeah.
a regular civilian.
Sure. Well, that's what but we're selling to the regular civilian though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel like the regular civilian just want to see you and be like, oh damn. I feel like the best thing I did is go around the music scene and not be that dude yet.
Oh yeah,
So
for
I feel
sure.
like if he's like, oh yeah, I seen him before. Like I seen Helliver, and then boom, I see Helliver again, and then boom, I see Helliver again, and then boom, I see him in another state, and he be like, oh yeah, you that one dude, fuck yeah, and it's like, then you get that relationship. I feel like even if you're nobody, I feel like seeing me nobody, but if I just want to come to him just like, oh no, I'm this, and I do this now, and I got this good now, he'll be like,
That's definitely the one thing I've seen and that I experienced.
I know that a lot of older or people my age can relate to this that are in this business is like, we all thought nobody could tell us anything when we were like 18 to 23. And it's just
Yeah.
like, if I could go back, the one thing I would do is just be like, just be okay not being, like you said, like you don't need to do that. And in fact, the longer you have where you're not, the more support you're going to get when you are.
Yeah, I feel that. So I want to talk about the future of Mr. Cloud. Exactly.
Yeah. I got big plans. I'll tell you that.
I love that. I love to hear that.
So first is to blow up musically. Then I'm going to try to start a sustainable living community based on the principles of sacred geometry. And then I'm going to start a political PAC, and we're going to start to influence elections and try to really make some big changes. And after that, we'll see what happens. That's up to stage 3 of the plan.
Yeah. What that blowing up means to you? That's my question. 100,000 streamers a month.
No.
What does it mean to blow up?
To me, if I blow up, I no longer have to think about money at all. Like, I just live the way I want to live. Things are there for me the way that they need to be because people trust that when they are, good things will happen for them too.
Yeah. We asked this question like, I say you said you already want to move to LA. So do you want to stay in LA? Do you want like the house to be in LA?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm envisioning is 3 to 5 years in a Malibu beach home, 2 stories with half the story in the basement opening up to the beach, and then one kind of main floor, nothing too big, but just location. That's what I want.
LA's location?
Malibu, yeah, northern LA.
So are you gonna move the whole family out?
No, my parents are very happy where they are. I live with my parents right now. I'm happy there. Like, we vibe, we get along, we all hang out. Like, it's good. I'm really glad that I've taken the extra time to repair my relationship with them, make everything right with the family. Yeah. Spend some time with my nieces and nephews who live here. That'll be fun to like fly my nieces and nephews out. That'll be more the vibe.
So, are like your family is out here in Ann Arbor, Ipsy?
Yeah, in Ann Arbor. Yep.
Okay, dope shit.
That scratch should not have been on fucking public motherfucking camera, nigga.
Let's not draw attention to it.
Just a little nut scratch.
Just a little.
No, it's
like. Where are your parents from?
My mom is from Flint, Michigan, and my dad is from Hollywood, California.
Wow.
Well, I thought you said he was in Germany or something.
My grandfather escaped Germany and then had my dad in LA.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're
exactly. Fine. So, Hollywood, did your dad have any effect on you in your music career?
Well, my dad is a exercise kinesiologist. He writes textbooks. He was a college professor at U of M for 40 years. So he's totally in a different, he's all athletics, health, food, all that stuff. I am so thankful for that influence, but like what I do and what he does are so different. So it's like, I've not been able to like, he hasn't been able to help me in that way.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. In what ways has he helped you?
Oh, he like how I was telling you guys before, I've been lifting weights since I was 12 years old. I'm not huge, but I will always have that baseline level of fitness that I can get in shape very quickly because of that. Exactly. I wasn't allowed to eat Jif peanut butter or like no candy. I never had a Pop-Tart till I was like 17. Wow. I didn't have KFC till 2 months ago.
When I finish it.
Everything's not a challenge.
Yeah. What?
Everything's not a challenge.
I'm telling you. All right, look. So, all right. Basically, for people that don't know, all right, publicly, we're doing this. We're gonna do a challenge to see who can get the better results in 2 weeks.
Oh, so you're cooked, bro.
Better results. I'm talking about this ain't fucking. If he looks like how you look, of course he looks.
Yeah, I can get bigger than you faster. Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, all right, easy.
You wanna try it?
Cause I'm primed right now. Yeah. I'm like ready to like I'm in massive eating phase. I'm about to bulk right now.
Look, check
He's not. No, he's stickly, but he's just getting thick. He's just getting fit.
I'm not chubby at all.
All right, let's get it. All right, y'all try to get it.
I am. Like we're good.
Right? 6-pack in 2 weeks, bro.
2 weeks?
No, hey, 2 weeks. Hey, that's what he said to me.
Hold on. Let me see.
No.
Let's see,
lock in. Nah. This nigga will freely take off his shirt.
He's been waiting the whole time. I had to tell him to put his shirt on, dude. I was like, can you put his shirt on for the interview? He's like,
let the artist fucking take off their shirt, nigga. Shut the fuck.
I've been like gotten like not as much as him, but like I've gotten like
Yeah.
in shape and out of shape so many times.
Yeah.
My body is like
Used to it.
it's used to it. Like if I go crazy for 2 weeks straight, I will be pretty ripped in fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all, this is the beginning.
I keep trying to get you to come to the gym with me.
I definitely can get more progress than you.
It's about result. Like we got this one big fat wide.
I understand. I don't care if you about anything.
Boom.
Listen.
If he goes out, if he drops 100 pounds, and y'all don't do shit comparable to that.
But like, how do you quantify?
I'm 157 right now. I could get to 162 by
Got a D.
2
He got
weeks.
all D's in the first
Well,
semester
of
of
course,
school.
then if he goes to A's, he could win, but that's not fair.
But then boom, if you have B's, B, C.
The only hope you have of beating me on 2 weeks is if you were to run and lift your motherfucking ass off every day.
And you'd have to cut too. Like,
Yeah.
Because you already have. Stop playing.
So
No, he really doesn't know. He's not
Listen.
playing. I think the
That's
fucked
what
up
I'm
thing is that
saying.
he's
That's
serious.
what I'm saying. So like, don't even pretend this is a competition because like. It's
What's
not
cutting? What's cutting?
there's bulking and cutting. Bulking is when you're adding weight to try to gain muscle, and cutting is when you're cutting fat to try to lean out in shape.
Yes.
So like, because you already have a lot of natural muscle, right? So if you cut and you work out really.
He
fucking
also
hard,
does have the genetic advantage. That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my genetics. Like I'm telling you.
I've never seen a black
nice.
person that gets ripped in more time than a white person.
No,
It's
that's-
always like that, dude.
Oh, that's a racist thing. Oh, that was a racist joke. Oh,
That's not racist, dude.
It's not.
That's a jealous joke. That's a jealous joke. All right, let's switch. Let's do this switch here. You guys got anything else here?
all right. Let's do the outro.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for watching the Shanti Show. Whip.
Take a shot out though.
Take my
Take your shirt off.
I'm not
Take your
taking-
shirt off for
I
the
can't
fucking
take-
people.
I can't.
No, listen, we're doing it 2 weeks from now. So then 2 weeks is like
Listen,
gonna be 16.
I can't take. If you guys want to see me shirtless, you go on my Instagram and figure it out.
All right.
But
At least send me the pictures. We doing this. Like,
all right, okay.
This fucking interview. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. He'll make sure. Yeah.
No, it's just gonna be results, and then boom, I'll come back.
Yeah. So yeah, no, but I'm
I'm
Jesse Katch, Katch, the good catch on Instagram, Cloud on everything else. You can find everything from my Instagram though. So just type in THE good KATCH.
Okay, if you were to, my fault, I got one.
Okay, one more question.
If you were to perform, if you could perform anywhere, where would you want to perform?
The Apollo.
No Apollo.
Yeah, it's a nice mid-sized theater, classic venue, hella incredible acts in history. New York City, I think that's the move. I pray that this never bites me in the ass, but I really hope that I never do arena shows.
Yeah.
Like I would rather do way more shows in theaters.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for fucking with us.
Yeah,
bro.
no problem, man. You guys
it's
are
hard. I
fun.
know it's hard.
You guys are
I
fun.
know it's hard. Put your
Hey, were we recording? Oh, you know
Yeah.
Pumpkin?
Yeah, I don't know her, but I know her.
She's fun.
Yeah. Pumpkin records with us.
Heyo, this Shanti. Welcome to the Shanti Show. I'm here with.
Zero. Eon Zero. But
Type
most people call
shit.
me Zero.
type shit.
Yeah.
Shit, how you start? First of all, let's talk about accolades. Let's talk about accolades. What you do, how you
Bro,
do
put
it.
your shirt back on.
Oh, you really
Yes. I really want you to
Wait,
put
are
your
we
shirt
in it,
back
though?
on.
Are we doing a 2 week thing? Are you in it?
We'll figure that out later.
After you
We're not
put your
taking
shirt
our
on.
clothes off.
Damn.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, like,
That's internalized homophobia there. I'm just saying.
It's
Niggas strip in front of each other. Say, nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
No. First of all, you don't want to take your shirt off.
we're dudes. I ain't got titties. Do I got titties?
You got bigger titties than my ex.
What do you think?
He said you got bigger titties than his ex. Oh, shit.
I want to see her.
I'm fucking with you. No.
Yeah.
Okay, let me calm down just a second.
Where you start that studio and shit?
Yeah, where you start? First of all, we're talking about accolades. Stop. Let's focus on one thing. What are the things you do?
I'm a songwriter. I'm a musician, so I play like 5 instruments. I'm a rapper. I'm a singer. I'm a videographer. I'm a graphic designer. I'm really everything.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, anything in the artistic world, I have my foot in some way, shape, or form.
And what motivated you to get into that, like that artistic kind of raw form?
I don't think I ever made a choice to do this. I think it was something that just kind of fell into my lap, and I fell in love with it.
That's really dope. Like, so even referring to,
when you guys did that canned food drive, you should have people bring batteries.
Yeah,
for your fire alarm.
Wow. You hear it?
That bitch going off?
It's been going off the whole time. You don't hear it?
We don't hear it.
I do hear it. I hear that bitch. They be on there.
That shit loud as fuck.
We don't hear it. At least I don't
I
hear
do
it.
clarity, so they take that bitch out.
Oh, really?
Some called, this one.
The
wave?
VX Clarity waves, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, don't talk to me about plugins, man.
I love it. That's my best plugin. I love it.
You didn't hear that bitch loud as hell, man.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. So the beginning.
I did an interview in a diner.
Really?
Wow,
I believe it.
We have to calm down. We have to.
I'm calm.
So,
He calm as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. So in the sense of I really want to talk about your beginnings and like what got you into this shit.
In music or
Yes.
okay. My whole life I've been playing instruments. I've been playing guitar for like 25 years. And when I was little, I always wanted to make music, but I never really had an opportunity to do so. And when I was 19, I was starting getting really heavy into hip hop. Probably for the last since I was like 17 is when I kind of started getting into hip hop. And
who got you why what got you into that? So like what artists were you listening to during that time?
So I never really liked popular hip hop when I was in like middle school or high school. I just thought it was corny. You know what I mean? I see the value in it now. Yeah. But I didn't understand the culture.
What era were you?
Yeah, exactly. When you were 17, 18, it probably was corny.
What era was it?
Dude, I don't even know. Like when I was in high school, Lollipop came out.
Like a lollipop.
Yeah, like so right, but also Soulja Boy was really popular. Like Crank That was like the biggest song when I was a freshman.
That's golden. The
song's ass. Look, I mean,
you hate me, don't you? You hate my people. You want to terminate my culture.
We shot this all in the same.
So like, I grew up like on like blues and jazz and rock and roll and shit, and a lot of people just sit like listening to BB King sing his fucking heart out, right? Yeah. And then we got woo. Like that shit didn't mean anything to me. Yeah. Obviously, I can see its relevance now. What the fuck is going on?
I have no idea.
This is his workout. This is how he's gonna get bigger.
He's not gonna be bigger.
It'll get him leaner though, a little bit. It'll get some lean definition.
Bro's doing dick push-ups over here. Listen.
On camera, we get it.
Anyway, when I was growing up, I was listening to a lot of music that was emotionally filled.
Yeah.
So when I heard rap for the first time, and it was stuff on the radio and shit that was had zero emotional value to it, I couldn't relate to it.
Okay.
Now that I love rap and understand rap, I can see the value in those records without a doubt.
Okay.
But at the time, I was like, this is fucking trash.
Yeah.
And then I found a lot of underground hip hop shit that I fell in love with, from like, Wu-Tang to fucking Atmosphere and a bunch of other acts, where I realized hip hop existed. Yeah. Because a lot of those other records I'd heard on the radio was just rap.
Okay. And what's the difference between hip hop and rap?
Well, I think rap is a subgenre of hip hop. I think hip hop itself is really such an explosive thing, but hip hop in its own right is something that's honest. Yeah. It was a form of expression. I mean, back in the 70s and stuff and 80s when hip hop was being curated, really, I mean, the DJ was a part of hip hop. There was so many other elements of it. Dance was a part of the hip hop. You know what I mean? So like, it didn't mean that you were just the MC. Like an MC was just one piece of the puzzle, where now I'd say hip hop, it's the only piece. Other things are like in the same realm, but it's not. Like if someone says, hey, what's hip hop? Like they're not going to be like, oh, dancer.
You think we got that shit though? I think you don't think we still got that shit? 'Cause, like,
I just don't think it's the same.
yeah,
I think it's
different.
evolved.
It's all different. Like I think
Yeah.
now we got TikTok or something like that. Dance, I think dance be TikTok. You know, like the 4 pillars and shit.
Yeah.
So what do you think the
Spit the 4 pillars. I don't know the 4 pillars.
Of hip-hop?
Yeah, hip hop.
It was the DJ, the MC, the dancer, and the graffiti, right? Yeah. Okay.
What
Yeah.
do you think that's the new age that is right now?
I don't think there's 4
Graffiti
pillars
is hip-hop?
anymore.
You don't think
It was.
It was totally, yeah.
It was,
It
right?
still is. Why not?
But I think it's like it's rooted in the culture, right? But it's rooted like an old tree that's in the middle of the park. But when someone says, "Hey, let's go to the park," no one's thinking about the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but the tree is a part of the park.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but people go to the park because of the jungle gym. You know what I mean? They go there because of the swing set. I'd say rap now is the jungle gym and swing set. Like, yes, there are other things. There is, you know, all the other bullshit that's in a park, benches and things like that. Like,
Yeah.
but those benches used to be massive, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That tree used to be the pillar of the park.
Yeah.
You know, but now the pillar is the jungle gym, which is the rapping, and you know, because just hip hop has just changed so much. You know, I think that all those other things are still important and they're all culturally relevant, but they're not what they used to be in terms of hip hop. Like hip hop is now just a genre. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been reduced to a genre of music,
I feel that 100%.
and graffiti has nothing to do with music. You know, it could be inspired by or whatever, but graffiti in itself has no direct line to music anymore.
Okay. So when it comes to the stuff you put out, you rap. You consider yourself a rapper? That's one of the
Yeah,
things you
yeah.
said?
So initially, I mean, I do a lot of pop music and all kinds of music now, but initially I was rapping only rap.
Okay.
Would not sing. It was actually, Cloud was the first one to get me to actually use a melody in the first place.
Yeah.
And that was like in 2015.
How much of that are you like? So as of now, the music you put out, shut the fuck up. As of now, the stuff you put out, would you consider it like? What is it? What form does it take? Is it more hip hop, rap, or is it like
It's all
R&B?
over. So, I mean, to break it all down and to dumb it down, I would say that there's a difference between people that make art because they want to and people that make art because they have to.
Yeah.
I'd find myself in the latter category, and
Because you have to.
yeah, as like it's like a survival instinct to me. It's how I
Somewhat
communicate
more
with
frenetic.
myself in the world, and because I have grown to love so many types of music and found that I can exercise separate thoughts and emotion through different types of music, I'm no longer just a rapper.
Yeah.
You know?
You evolved.
Yeah.
You evolved. So when it comes to, I know you have this business. Can you name the business again?
Zero Gravity Sounds.
Zero Gravity Sounds. We're gonna most definitely drop the Instagram and the links. I know you said you guys mentioned that people can contact you directly if they want to work with you. But I really want to talk about the beginnings of this, what's it's done for you, and what you have, what do you want it to do for you in the future?
Well, just the business. I mean, the business was always a vehicle of, existence and survival to perpetuate the music. At the end of the day, I don't really want to be an engineer. I want to be an artist. Yeah. I'm just really good at it because I when I first started rapping and shit, I was also on a snowball microphone in my parents' basement, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was recording in Adobe Premiere.
Damn.
Because I was in video school, so like that's the only software I knew how to use. So I never knew about audio software. I didn't know what a compressor was.
Is
Video shit. That's what I edit the videos off of.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was recording in there, and I didn't know what a compressor was, so I was manually just using the volume bar to make everything equal volume. So it would take me about 6 hours just to make it micro listenable, and like it was embarrassing, but I just didn't know. So I just never could afford to go to a studio, so I just slowly figured out how to do shit, and I got really good at it. And then I realized that I didn't have to work for other people anymore, and that people would pay me because I was good at it.
Yeah.
How long was your dog days until you felt comfortable with it?
Huh?
How long were your dog days until you felt comfortable with it?
What, like engineering?
Yeah.
Longer than most people have been doing music.
How long?
At least 5 years, 6 years.
I was like 2016 to 2021.
But, I'd say that where we're at now with engineering is like some of the most relevant in the world.
Fuck with.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like them dog days be making. I feel like niggas that got longer dog. I was so pissed at it because some people they be like, "Oh, I got Pro Tools. Oh, how long you got Pro Tools? 6 months ago."
I hate
was
Pro
like,
Tools.
Oh, like they'd be like,
I think it's a horrific program.
but they'll be engineering for 6 months and then they have that shit down pat.
Yeah, they don't though. See, it's down pat. Yeah, it's true. But the thing is,
down pat. Down pat.
Yeah, down pat with a T. But look,
why is that?
That's just the phrase. You're just saying it wrong.
Down pat.
Down pat.
It don't matter. It don't matter, bro.
Look.
It's done.
A lot. So here's the thing about engineering, right? Is that people think they know how to engineer and they don't. Just because you can make a song sound decent does not mean you're a great engineer. Being an engineer, like Jesse had originally taught me when we first met, is an art form. It is a completely separate thing, right? So being an engineer involves being able to solve specific problems, right? So I know people that claim they're engineers, and I say, well, you have this problem in your mix, and I don't know how to fix that. You know what I mean? They're not masters of the craft. People have become engineers as a form of stealing money from artists for using a template that they bought for $100 online. They have no idea how to actually curate greatness out of the vocal takes that they have. They don't understand how intricate the process actually is. And, you know, they might...
You think they need that?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I feel like, even I watch a lot of these rappers. I used to think like that, but until I seen fucking J. Cole record that motherfucking shit in his fucking 2014 Paris drop in his house with that sock with the same mic you got right there.
Yeah, but again, that's the recording. I'm talking about the engineering after that. And chances are he didn't do that himself.
Oh, yeah. Of course you got the dude. Do you think you need the equipment or do you think you just need the dude?
I think, well, it depends. Like, there's a baseline for equipment. Like, you can have somewhat cheaper equipment and a really great mix and do okay. It would probably end up better if you had a cheap microphone like this and an expert engineer than a really great microphone and a bad engineer.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because I look at the baby. Like, you look at the baby. Like, the baby and his dude, they say that same thing.
Who do you listen to? Who's your top 5?
Like rappers?
Yeah, rappers, engineers, like musicians.
I mean, engineers. I mean, I can't even combine all those things. Yeah, I'm top 2 and I'm not 2.
This nigga just called it Drake, bro.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Honestly.
Yeah, but no, like some of my favorite engineers would be like this dude Leslie Brathwaite. He did most recently. He does a lot of Jack Harlow shit. He's just a great engineer. He does a lot of big hip hop records. Always has. The engineers that do like Billie Eilish's shit sound nuts. Like they're really just masters of their craft.
Yeah.
But like some of my favorite rappers, I think my favorite rapper is J. Cole.
Okay.
Yeah.
J. Cole. What? First of all, I want to know what sets you apart in this industry as an engineer, as an artist. I know you want to be you are. Obviously you're fucking multifaceted, but in the sense of like you want the public to be more perceiving you as an artist. More than an engineer.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm okay with either because they'll know me.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of time. I'm not really concerned about what the public thinks.
What takes you from like the masses? What sets you apart from the masses?
As an engineer, I think that inherently, like Cloud and I have an advantage over other engineers because they do not understand what it's like to be an artist. Most engineers are just engineers. And that's why there's always been 2 categories when it comes to big major studios. There's recording engineers and there's mixing engineers. They're both very different and we do both. And I'm also a producer, and I don't mean just beat maker because I do that as well, but I'm a producer like Cloud is. We produce these records for people. I can sing the harmony that works perfectly for their song, tell them how to do it, make sure that they can sing the notes better than they were singing before. We just go above and beyond, so no one does it like we do it.
Do you need to be a beat maker to be a producer?
No. I just think they're separate, and it's convoluted because the term producer is usually means beat maker, but I think a producer is someone who like do you know what the difference between a producer and the executive producer is on a movie?
Hell no.
Executive producer. It's like I think I know a little bit.
What is it?
Macro.
No.
Sorry.
So the executive producer pays for everything.
Is it the investor and they say like, "Hey, I found this script and we're gonna make this movie together. If we put Leonardo here, this is gonna hit."
Yeah, like they don't do anything really.
What you wearing?
They do everything.
Gay.
Oh, fuck.
Gay number
Uh,
10.
Dior.
Christian Dior.
Yeah.
Where you get that?
I don't know
We
where the
got
fuck I
rich
bought it.
friends.
Flea market.
I think I bought that shit. No,
this
no,
chain?
it was Von Moore. Don't worry about that.
How much those tattoos?
Cheap. I got a detention desk on my arm.
Let's switch pants for real. I want those pants.
I wouldn't wear those.
He said he would wear these.
wouldn't?
Oh my goodness. These
no.
my long johns.
Those
Nigga.
are long johns.
These long
Yeah, I
johns.
wouldn't
nigga. I
wear
wouldn't give you these.
One guy
Y'all like
in
one-
here
that's
not wearing
disrespectful.
pants and one guy not wearing a shirt. Dude.
You want long johns? You
No,
wear long johns?
no,
You don't wear layers and shit?
no.
Layers be saving my black ass.
That shit, my boy.
No, I'd be chilling. I said I'd be chilling for real.
Because that's how you gotta do it. You gotta. I hate when motherfuckers go, oh, it's color. I'm like,
But do you care about like, okay, so your presentation of like, as in, I think you give producer / artists. I think you're, to be honest, I think the vibes you get off are most definitely the ones
he
that you
gave off
subscribe
broke
to.
college student vibes until I seen the chain. I was like, oh, that's not. I think I told you that shit at the night of. I was like, oh,
You're young. You're still young.
How old are
Just
you?
take that.
Don't worry about it.
Are you younger than him?
No, I'm older than him.
wait, why?
Yeah, don't be
I
embarrassed
just-
about your age.
I'm not self-conscious about it. I just think there's a poor correlation in the social standard of music. And I look young, but I'm older. And I think it's better when people don't associate age with the art.
Yeah. Huh.
I understand it.
Drake is 36.
What are you thinking over there?
Yeah, me personally, I don't give a fuck. Like, my brother called me crazy when he said,
Yeah, but you guys aren't regular people.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
I'm
this shit
talking
when I'm
about the
40.
average consumer. You're not consumers.
oh,
So is that your target audience, the average consumer?
No,
Most people aren't
but I mean,
consumers. They're not.
yeah, I guess.
You like Michael Jackson and Tupac because you do this shit. You they did this, so they did this. I had this right, and this is right, and look at the mix on this. And
Yeah, exactly,
ain't
like-
looking at that shit.
It's like, look, and don't get me wrong, because I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. Like, Jack Harlow is a good rapper, but there's people that say Jack Harlow is the best rapper ever. The problem is not that they're delusional, it's that they don't know. They don't know the intricacies of what other rappers are doing, right? So it's like,
It's sonically. It's like what people hear.
yeah, so it's all perspective
That's
too.
what pop is. Pop is based on sound.
How strong
Yeah.
do you think you got in this motherfucking energy?
Huh?
Maybe your left
Motherfucking
arm
mic.
might have got a little strong. Hey, yo, I need to teach you some proper form.
No, you teach him after 2 weeks.
No, fuck that.
No, fuck yourself
You
up.
said proper porn?
Yeah, you can't be sitting. I don't. So
Am I fucking my penis up or
Like,
I
something?
hate
sit
this dude
fucking
so
your
much.
back.
Dog.
With a fiery passion.
If you're gonna do it like this, sit like this. Lock your
What do
elbow
you-
under there and come like this. Okay, sit up straight though. Straight.
Don't tell him to come like this.
Moving. You need a lighter weight.
Like this?
Lighter weight, just like this. That's an isolation. Curl.
Look, let me see it. Let me see
Like
it.
this?
Yes.
You shouldn't be moving the rest of your shit.
And your back needs to be straight.
Like,
And
see how
your
my elbow is
you-
staying in the same
You
spot pretty
can lock
much?
your elbow into your leg.
So like this.
Really
I'm supposed to be like
Yeah, like, so you
I'm
can do
gonna be like
this.
this.
There you go. That's it. Right, you got it.
I'm supposed to be like this?
Yeah, but
Yes.
you're all
Yeah,
over. You're
your
falling
shoulders
over.
Don't
come
move
up.
shit. Don't move shit.
No,
No,
more-
you wanna
think about
isolate the
those little
muscle.
you isolate the muscles number one, and then all that's just to gain mass. But also think about all the little muscles in your back and stuff that are moving around and
So
getting
this-
sore for weird. Yeah, don't do that. That's exactly.
Yeah, you're a lot weaker than you look.
Yeah. Nope. Shoulder's still coming. Shoulder's still going wild.
So this bitch moving.
Yeah, dude. You
Don't
gotta-
move this bitch. All right, I'm gonna get
Just literally like this. You need a lighter weight, dude. Trust me.
Fuck that. I'll do it.
What's your favorite track that you put out to this day?
I'll do it. That.
Oh God, I don't know.
I'm gonna do it like this.
I don't like that question because they're all just kind of like my own children. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
So
can't
like I
grade
like a
them.
lot of them for different reasons. But yeah, I mean I just put out an album.
You just put out an album. What's the name of the album?
It's called Sorry I'm Bipolar, a collection of mood swings.
And it's fire.
So okay.
Yeah, it's better than Drake's last album.
Look, you said that with so much confidence.
Damn!
You said that with so
It
much
is.
confidence.
Drake's last album, to be fair, Drake's last album wasn't good.
Absolutely mid.
Yeah, it was super mid.
Wow. That's
And
kinda what I
I've
wanna
talked to
talk about. You
Aubrey on
hurt
the
my
phone, so if he
feelings, bro.
hears this, sorry,
know
bud.
Drake?
Yeah.
We in the industry, bitch. I said that shit before. I said that shit. Let's see. We in the industry, bitch.
I was to say, okay.
Yeah.
And you from Ann Arbor, right?
Yeah.
Ann Arbor did that shit, bitch.
And I already did that shit. Okay, so when it comes to like making music, do you think it's more important to make music for yourself or the listener?
I think again, I don't think there's an importance scale here. I think it becomes an artistic scale. Like, I think it no longer becomes art to its truest form when you're doing it for the listener.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how I personally feel. I think it's said best by Rick Rubin in his book, The Creative Act. He discusses that very fact, right? That the second we start to become concerned with what the audience thinks of our song is the second it stops becoming art.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's no longer an artistic creation. It becomes just something so much bigger than that. It doesn't mean there's no art in it. Yeah, it's a product.
We finna go real stupid. You know Russ?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh damn, that's fine.
Wait, no, like, do I personally know Russ? No, I thought you meant like, do I know?
No,
All right, you know Jake Smith?
First of all, let's.
No, I know a lot of people.
How did
though.
you meet Drake? That's like that's actually interesting.
I actually
like,
haven't met him. I just spoke to him on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, how did that go?
Cash Doll called him. Yeah. He didn't do that.
Yeah, why are you saying that? How did you? First of all, let's talk about that conversation. Like,
There's really nothing to it, really.
Why did you talk to him?
Well, Katie was at my studio, and she was like, "Who do you want to work with?" And I was like, "Drake, Big Sean." So she just called both of them.
Okay.
So it wasn't.
How did you? So
it's not deeper than that. You know.
Okay.
What I mean?
So first of all, knowing Cash Doll is it's something that like. How did you get Cash Doll into your studio?
That's interesting. I was recording one of her best friends, Jasmine Renee. She's like a Detroit rapper, and Katie was in town, and she just brought her through.
These niggas Detroit approved. I'm saying, go listen to their shit.
I've mixed records of
y'all the first white boys we ever had on here, and that's like I think that's
don't do that shit.
No.
They must be approved by the masses,
I think the hood gotta know. I think the hood gotta know. Fuck with the white boys. That's all I'm saying.
No, for real shit though, I think we shouldn't give a fuck about it like that. That's why I asked some shit. I think like Eminem is like one of the greatest, but I feel like they're not gonna like me because he's white. I feel like y'all, I think that shit is like a disconnect. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all in hip hop, that is a really fucking disconnect. I feel like that's a fucked up disconnect. Like I think it should be just the music. I really hate.
But it's more than that, unfortunately, and it always will be.
Dick sucking shit.
But it has to be. It's no different than the discussion that's often brought up between like men and women. We're different, you know, and that's okay. We should be honoring and respecting our differences, and that should be part of the conversation. You know, the fact of the matter is there's been a lot of opportunities where I felt ostracized in hip hop for being white. But that's also why I spent a lot of time making sure I understood the history of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, like most rappers, like. Do you think fucking like Iggy Azalea know who's Grandmaster Flash is? Probably not. But yeah, but like I'm speculating, right?
I understand.
But like,
I understand.
I think since hip hop is a black art form, it was imperative for me to understand where it came from and to respect it while creating it, so I don't lie when I'm rapping. You know what I mean? Where a lot of people like. The example I've given in the past, and no disrespect, is like Hoodie Allen. Have you ever heard of him?
Not at all.
Yeah, okay. So he did like popular like pop rap like back in like 2011.
Caucasian man.
Yeah, like White as They Come, printer paper. But it felt when you listen to it, it just felt like it was pandering. You know what I mean? It felt like he took the black art form
I feel like
and repackaged it and sold it to white people. That's what it felt like.
I feel like we should be able to talk about this though without no animosity. You know, like that.
Yeah, there's no
That's how I
animosity.
think we should get this out of the way. But then, boom. Do you think that number A? Do you think that there'll ever be a time where like we're not gonna have that like it's not gonna be that fucking awkwardness in the room? Or do you think it's good?
What with like? I mean, no, I don't really even feel it anymore. And also, like, I welcome the animosity. I think it fuels me. I think in the same way that, like, maybe, like, a poor kid, like, that really wants to make it has to go harder. I mean, I was that kid, right? Like, I didn't have opportunities that other kids had, so I knew I had to work harder than them. And I'm okay with that. I actually think that made me a better player.
100%. Oh, yeah. 100%. So, when you talk about shit you're doing now, I know you just dropped a project. I know you got this LLC.
I feel like this.
What do you have plans for the future? What plans do you have for the future, like set up as of now?
Just I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, I have a lot of plans moving forward to
Most
like
recent
just.
project. I know it was pretty broad. I do apologize.
What'd you say?
Most recent project. I know it was pretty broad.
Right. So like for Sorry I'm Bipolar, the album.
Yeah, but like so you just dropped something.
I just dropped the album.
Do you plan on like doing tours and things like that for that?
Oh yeah, I
that
mean, I've been
project?
looking into touring. I already have what are they called? Fucking booking agents. Yeah, I have a booking agent already. I've already discussed touring with them.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Is
So
there spaces that you're like excited to go?
Not really. I mean, I'm not really worried about. I feel so confident in my craft that in like the universe's plan for me that I just know as long as I continue to make good choices and bust my ass and just perform the best I can, it's just gonna take me there. Like I already know.
So you have like that much trust in self.
Absolutely,
Nigga,
absolutely.
These are industry friends, nigga. These are industry friends, nigga. These are industry.
You want to say niggas so bad?
No, these are industry friends. I don't know what you're talking about. Industry. You want to say niggas? Industry niggas. No, these are industry friends.
Oh, fuck you.
No, they ain't enemies and shit like that. I think they cool. Like, I ain't going. Nigga, talk to Drake.
Most definitely tapped in.
But I mean, it's like people like get attached to that. But again, it's like this was like a short phone call. Like this didn't like people get too excited about things when I say things like that. But like people aren't excited about the fact that like I make incredible music. So like that's kind of what I'm saying here.
Like, some people
but I'm telling you to stop.
Not everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like be the change you want to see in the world, right? It's like don't get excited about that. Like go listen to the album, be excited that it's incredible music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You believe in singles or albums?
I think for the
independent artist.
For the opportunity of growth, singles. I mean, I feel like I just got to a place where an album was even viable, and I still don't think it was the smartest choice for me to make, but it felt like something I needed to do. You know what I mean? If you're trying to become successful as an artist, singles are absolutely better. I mean, the way I describe it to a lot of my clients is if you go up to a stranger on the street and say, "Hey, can I have 2 minutes of your time?" And you say, "Hey, can I have 30 minutes of your time?" What are they more likely to agree to? 2 minutes, right? And that's what you're doing with a single, right? It's saying, hey, I need you. You don't care about me at all. I'm just showing something on your screen. Give me 2 minutes of your time. Now, if an ad pops up, it's like, hey, listen to my whole album. It's like, oh, it's a big ask. It scares people away. It is what it is.
One last question for me.
This your last question?
Nah, lie.
You know damn well it's not his last question. So you know damn well it's not your last question.
Yeah, like, you know that's a lie. All right, but basically, you're trapped on an island. God bring your ass up. You're fucked. Boom. 5 things. What you bringing?
On an island?
Stranded on that bitch.
Do I have electricity?
Island, no thing.
Okay,
Stranded.
so bringing like a phone was obviously not a possibility, or an iPod.
You can bring. God says, I give you 5 things right now to help you out with your situation, my nigga.
Anything,
my nigga.
A fucking survival pack, like a fucking flint and a thing to start a fire, a fucking axe, a fleshlight. No, not that. So flint and axe.
What's a flint?
Like something to start fire.
A hatchet. You want a hatchet, not
Yeah,
an axe, right?
yeah, hatchet, right?
Oh,
yeah, like something to like cut wood down.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Not like a big ass one. Probably bow and arrow.
Water filter.
For sure.
Water filter, like a life straw.
Yeah.
And a fishing pole.
That shit was weak. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Come on now.
I'm trying to survive. What the fuck are you talking about?
Your vibe.
My 5?
Yeah.
If I'm on an island, like what am I bringing?
No.
A house.
God took your black ass up.
Bet. I was here.
Hey, you're fucked.
No electricity. Oh, I know. Time, yeah, I know.
Look, I asked for a house. Ain't gotta have furniture, but that's one thing. A house is one thing. Are we counting a house as one thing?
No, because otherwise
A house is one thing.
No way.
Big guy in this bitch.
I would bring gasoline, a jet plane, a rollout app.
and a pilot go home. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't do that. It's not fair.
That is.
No, because a house is way more than one thing.
It can be anything. I told you anything. Y'all
But like
small.
a house, that's one thing. But okay.
I want a fucking cruise ship and the staff.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'll fold.
That's retarded.
You're stranded. Motherfucker, help me not be stranded, buddy. Bring a motherfucking cruise ship, go that way. But I'll be like, all right, cool. Got a ship. All right,
I want a boat.
Exactly.
A
Get
yacht.
boat.
Some type of raft.
I want a yacht. I want a yacht.
Exactly. I'm gonna get a boat.
Well, the yacht's got chairs on it and this and that and
run out of gas in the middle of the ocean.
No, I want to get a boat, a sailing
I got
boat.
5 things: yacht, gasoline, yacht, gasoline.
that's like saying I want the Navy.
A captain, unlimited supply of food.
This is like half of a professional interview and but this is like Between Two Ferns mixed with the Eric Andre show.
You said 2 ferns?
You might be too young for that.